Okay, wonderful. So we're about to go on a journey. A journey into our heart, our mind, our body. And much of the landscape in this journey is uncharted. The only person that can observe your heart, your mind, the experiences of your body is you. No one else can do it for you. So it's our duty to take the time within this life to turn from the stimulation of the world in order to understand ourselves. We've been born into this world without a manual on how to be a good human being, on what actually has value in this life. We just do the best that we can. This path of insight meditation, the Buddha called it Satipatthana Vipassana, is a path of taking the time and developing the attention skills to look within, to understand ourselves, to understand how we create suffering within ourselves, and how we create suffering within others, animals, the world in which we live. And this understanding leads to harmony, a harmonizing of the heart, of the mind, of the body. One that's in line with reality rather than one that's caught up in reality created by our misinformed mind. And so that's the path of insight. Yeah. During this beginning session, I'm going to cover a few different things, give some context to our meditation practice, also give some instructions. I think it's first important to highlight this first step in your meditation path, and that's the overcoming of doubt and the refinement of morality or sila. Yeah. It's traditional in Theravada to take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. This is optional for you. I'll be doing that soon. And it's also traditional to take at least 5 precepts. And the precepts are basically lines of morality from which we can actually come to understand ourselves by making an agreement. So we can come to notice when we cross those lines. Yeah. In taking refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, so in taking refuge in the Buddha, if you consider now that we're sitting here right now sharing this because the Buddha decided to self-observe. himself come to understand himself, and he actually decided to teach. And the people that he taught, and then they taught, and then they taught. And in over 2,600 years, there's been a line of meditators that have tried the best they can to keep the accuracy of the meditation practice. And here we are 2,600 years later. I'm here because of my teachers. I'm here because they were kind enough to share with me. And I see this, the purpose of life now is to share what I've learned, on this path. So we have a chain there, a causal chain that's quite amazing. What you're doing is you're practicing something that's very ancient. If you reflect on that, get a lot of faith, a lot of trust in the path. First, this faith or trust will be an intellectual faith, but then it comes through insight developed within your practice, and that's known as saddha, verified faith, which becomes unshakable. The Dharma is reality, the way things actually are. And is that what we're trying to observe in our meditation practice? And to do that, we're looking through a veil of our mind. One thing you'll find when you begin meditating is that your mind is very skilled at trying to distract you from reality. It will throw up restlessness, it will throw up dullness and make you really dull and unclear. It will throw lots of thoughts, lots of fantasies. Yeah. Your mind will change the way that you see things to try to make that way of seeing align with habit. And until the level of Sotapanna, stream entry, your mind will throw up doubt. Lots of doubts. It's important to understand that doubt is part of the meditation path until we reach the level of Sotapanna, until doubt is removed from the mind. So if doubt in your ability to do the meditation comes up, then that's good. If doubt in me and as a teacher comes up, that's awesome. If doubt in the meditation instructions or the technique come up, fantastic. If doubt in this being the right time to meditate comes up, then that's good too. But it's important to see doubt as just something produced by your mind, something that doesn't have any reality within itself. It's just a story within your mind. It's just a narrative. It's just the mind being scared of something that's new and trying to drive you back to old habits. And it's these habitual patterns, these habits in the way that we do things, approach things, see things, that we're dismantling in the insight meditation practice. Yeah. So when doubt comes up in your practice, which it probably will, it's helpful to understand that doubt can be skillful if you approach it or you use your doubts, to drive your curiosity, your desire to understand what's really going on here. I don't have to believe the story. I'm unsure about the technique. Or maybe there's something here. Maybe the way to work it out is just to try different things in a real playful sort of way, not in a striving way, in a playful way. Yeah. If I find I'm struggling or fighting in the meditation practice, that brings up doubt. Or maybe struggle and fight isn't the way. What makes you struggle? What makes you want to achieve, to get somewhere? What's so wrong with this right now? Coming back to this. If we buy into the story of doubt, our mind's just trying to sell us something, yeah, a narrative. It's kind of like a ad when we've gone into a search engine and an advertisement comes up, or maybe a video in YouTube, the mind's saying, click on this, view this. If we just see it as a suggestion, but not something that we have to believe, yeah, then we can use that for curiosity. But if we believe doubt, it will paralyze us. We become paralyzed. We stop being curious. It starts to make our mind turn away from the meditation. And before we know it, we're leaving to another method, maybe giving up meditation altogether. Oh, maybe this isn't for me. Yeah. What I'd like us to do now is we'll take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. Sangha traditionally is the Sangha of monks and nuns, but to me, the community of monks and nuns, it also includes a community of meditators. We can take refuge in each other. We're here to support each other. This retreat runs 24 hours a day. We have free teachers from around the world, Krista and Monica. So Monica's in the US, Krista is in Sweden, here on the east coast of Australia. So it never closes down for the whole 9 days. So you can always have somebody online, your community, if things get tough, to just check in and share with them, be with them. Yeah. We have sharing groups. And we also have shared meditation sessions too. It's amazing how powerful that is to actually have that support. Paula was mentioning she's doing a working retreat. Well, while you're at work, Paula, just knowing that other people are there meditating is powerful. Yeah. In Europe, you'll be going to sleep soon. While you're asleep, for that 8 hours or whatever that you're asleep, the community is still meditating. When you wake up in the morning, you know that they're there meditating. You know, how motivating is that to jump out of bed, splash some water on your face, and join? Just join in. Even if it's 4 o'clock in the morning, why lay there thinking? Just get up and get into it. Yeah. Yeah. So on the back of the sheet that you received when you registered for this meditation, there was the precepts of the meditation retreat. There's precepts. What I'll do is I'll just go to here. And only if you'd like to join in, we'll just follow this chant. I'll just give this to Linda. You want one? And Deb? Linda and Deb will be sharing with us in the meditation hall for the retreat. Thank you. Okay. So these are traditional refuges. So first we'll start off by taking the free refuges. Okay. You can join if you like. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. We'll just rest just here. And what I would like to do is just to mention the precepts. The next stage of the refuge is to take the 5 precepts. I'll just come back to the screen for you all. The 5 precepts. And the 5 precepts are training rules in morality. I like to think of the precepts as creating morality lines. And what this is you commit to certain lines of morality. So during your retreat, and if you're doing a working retreat throughout the day, you can observe when you cross them. So these aren't rules as in, thou shalt not do. It's not like you shouldn't do it or shouldn't cross it. It's not a fight and struggle within yourself. It's about mindful observation that when I speak within this way, I speak harshly, it has consequences. It affects others around me and makes me feel more distant from them. But it also affects how I feel about myself, my respect for myself. I mightn't think it does, but it does. It has consequences. Yeah? When I cause harm towards myself or harm towards others, it has consequences. When I disrespect others sexually or disrespect myself sexually, it has consequences. When I try to extract pleasure from sensory experience and I cling and I grasp onto that, I seek it, I chase it, I get temporary pleasure, but it has consequences. It disturbs my heart and my mind. It takes me away from contentment. Yeah. So the basic precepts are the first one, panatipata. So what we're talking about here is we're talking about refraining from harm. Often translated as refraining from killing living beings, but is really about non-harm. I undertake the training of harmlessness and pervading kindness to all beings. It's a sliding scale. It's a sliding scale towards harmony, of harmlessness. Yeah. And this also means in the ways that being aware of the ways that we cause harm to ourselves, cause harm to others, to plants, to animals, to the world. Yeah. And as we incline our mind and heart towards non-harm, with that kindness, with the caring, with love, we experience more harmony within ourselves, less disturbance. And that allows us to develop samatha. Samatha is the development of relaxation, calm, tranquility. The natural state of the mind when it isn't disturbed, or the heart and the mind when it isn't disturbed. The next precept is the training is not taking what isn't offered or what isn't given. I undertake the training of not taking what isn't freely offered and of generosity towards all beings. The meditation path is not a path of getting, acquiring, of adding to ourselves. It's about stripping back. It's about releasing. It's about letting go. It's a path of letting go. And within letting go, within the generosity of letting go, the gift of letting go, yeah, letting go of thoughts, letting go of memories, letting go of views and opinions, letting go of the struggle and the fight, letting go of the need to be right, letting go of that endless struggle to build ourselves up in the eyes of others, the endless struggle to kind of live up within ourselves to some ideal we have in our head. It's exhausting. Letting go, and this precept is tied into giving up, of releasing, of putting down a burden. And every time we put something down, it feels nice. We feel lighter. Yeah, as one of our friend teachers used to jokingly say, it's about enlightenment, about getting lighter. Yeah, we get lighter within our heart and our mind. This is what you see in insight meditators. You know if the practice is working because they become lighter, yeah, within themselves. Yeah. The next rule of training, I undertake the training of renouncing pleasure and distraction from sensuality and of contentment of heart and mind. This is often translated just to do with sex, but it's more about that. It's trying to extract pleasure from the senses. And that includes trying to extract pleasure from your sixth sense, from your mind. And we get pleasure in chewing over endless problems. And we get pleasure over, trying to fantasize or to work out puzzles within our head or whatever, trying to understand things. The mind is very strange in how it gets pleasure. These types of pleasure of hanging on to suffering and the pleasure of trying to extract pleasure from mind-created stuff and also from the world is unsatisfying. Because as soon as you get that pleasure, it's gone. And so you have to repeat it again and again and again, and that develops addiction. So we get addicted to thinking. We get addicted to fantasizing. We get addicted to drama. Yeah. We get addicted to seeing and hearing and smelling and tasting and feeling experiences in our body. Now, it's not that there's anything wrong with enjoying the pleasure of the senses. The problem is we become addicted to it. We rely on it for our happiness. And to do that is just to be bitterly disappointed. And we find that out very clearly as insight meditators. The next precept, musavada, undertake the training of truthfulness in thought, speech, and action. Yeah, so truthful thought, truthful speech, truthful action. Even if you're thinking something right now, it has consequences. Yeah, if there's something negative going on in your mind right now, it has consequences. It doesn't matter whether anyone else knows it or not. It has consequences within you. You're sending your mind and heart down a certain path. If it's wholesome, if it's caring, if it's kind, if it's loving, if it's content, it also has consequences in your heart and mind. We can't escape from this. This is karma. Everything we think, say, and do has consequences, whether other people know that we're thinking, saying, or doing it or not. Yeah? Gossiping has consequences. Whether the other person realizes that you're gossiping about them or not, you will feel more distant from them because you were talking about them in that way. This is how it works. It's just how it is. We don't understand these things. And that's what we're learning as meditators. Okay. Suramirya Majapamadatanna. Okay. Oh, the video's disabled, is it? Okay, I'll look at that soon. Sorry about that. I undertake the training of avoiding anything that lowers the clarity of awareness. Yeah. So this is avoiding anything intoxicants, usually talking about alcohol or drugs. Yeah. So during a retreat, no alcohol or drugs, guys. Keep the cupboard locked. But it also involves being intoxicated by your phone, by social media, by television, by having conversations, being intoxicated by caught up in fantasies within your mind, narratives within your mind. Yeah. Intoxicated with dullness or intoxicated with seeking pleasure in your meditation. Yeah. We're addicts. We're addicted to so many things. You'll see this as soon as you start to relax, let go in your meditation, your mind will start to withdraw from its drug. And that's what causes the hindrances, the disturbances, the restlessness, and so on to come up. The mind's craving its drug. And then the mind starts to create its own entertainment, its own ideas, its thoughts, its fantasies, and so on. Those simple 5 precepts. And for me, Panatipata, the first precept towards harmlessness, towards non-harm, covers all precepts. So I think it's 227 rules for monks. All of them come from harm. Yeah. All of them cover that. All of them are covered by harmlessness, looking in terms of harmlessness to ourselves and others. Yeah. I'll just take a look at this here. If there's I think that should fix it there. Wonderful. So let's just share these precepts together. And then what we'll do is I'll start to explain the actual meditation technique, what we do. And I'll just change this back to the screen for anybody who hasn't got it. I'm sorry that it comes up so small. There we go, the 5 precepts. Fantastic, wonderful. We begin. Panatipata Velamani Sekabadam Samadhiyami Adina Dana Velamani Sekabadam Samadhiyami Pamesu Michachara Velamani Sekabadam Samadhiyami Musawada Velamani Sekabadam Samadhiyami Sura Milya Majapamadatana Velamani Sekabadam Samadhiyami. And now with that, we've committed towards the wholesome, the skillful, to observing our thoughts, our speech, our action during the retreat, and perhaps for you during your working retreat. We have an advantage here in meditating within our home life that there's plenty of distraction and plenty of ways for us to get distracted from our practice, just get distracted from ourselves. So I'd like you just to observe and just to monitor that. Yeah. Really get to know yourself well. Notice the pull of your mind towards ideas, views, opinions. Pull towards discontentment. The path is one towards contentment of heart. Let's start to look at the meditation practice itself. I see the practice as presented by the Buddha is very simple, but trying to explain the practice is not. This is something that I'm still learning to do. It contains 2 things. akusala, and kusala. When we put the letter a in front of the word, it's the negative. Akusala means unwholesome, unskillful, and kusala means wholesome, skillful. Yeah. Our task is to recognize and change the conditions that support the akusala, the unwholesome and unskillful, so they become weaker within us. And to cultivate the conditions for the kusala, the wholesome, the skillful, to become our natural way of being. Yeah. When we're talking about unwholesome, what we're talking about is unwholesome qualities of heart. I would say anger is an unwholesome quality of heart. It leads to disharmony. It disturbs the heart and mind. Irritation, frustration, jealousy, yeah, they're unwholesome qualities of heart. Yeah, greed, lust, they all disturb. They make us feel like we're lacking something. If only I get this, then I'll be happy. They take us away from contentment. You can kind of fill in the rest there. Unskillful qualities are unskillful thought, speech, and action. If we look at what is akusla, unwholesome and unskillful, we can observe within ourselves it is that which makes us feel further away from ourselves, our family, our friends, society, the world. Akusla pushes. It pushes away. Yeah, it has that feeling of pushing away. Like if I try to tickle my cat's belly, her legs will come out and they will start to push me away. Notice how your mind pushes things away. It pushes what it doesn't like. Or in grabbing onto something it desires, it starts pushing away now. If I desire something that isn't here now, I start to push away what is here now. Have you noticed that within yourself? That desire and aversion exist at the same time. Can you notice that? Is there anything about this experience right now that you're pushing away? Or are you fully acceptant? This is how it is. The kusala, the wholesome qualities of heart, loving kindness, caring, gratitude, gentleness, softness. We love softness and softening in MIDL. Yeah. Joy when others succeed and we don't. Jealousy among meditators is a big thing. It causes us to strive when we're jealous. Yeah. Think about all those wholesome qualities of heart, how they make you feel. Yeah. The Buddha said they were a divine abiding, a heavenly realm on earth, a place that we can abide in here and now that's beautiful, blameless. Yeah. Skillful thought, speech, and action. Yeah. Akusala. Those thoughts, speech, and action that uplift, that bring together, that create harmony. Harmony within ourselves and our relationship to ourselves, to our family, our friends, society, to the world. Yeah. This inclination towards the kusala is the path. We're observing the akusala. We understand the conditions that support it. We weaken it. And this will come up as the hindrances. And we'll talk about them later on in the retreat. Yeah. And then we create the conditions. We cultivate the conditions for the kusala until they become our natural way of being, the natural expression. And this isn't through force or effort. We train our mind towards the wholesome and skillful. And we teach our mind that the unwholesome, the unskillful just leads to suffering. Yeah, wonderful. In our meditation practice that we'll be practicing very soon, I hope you're starting to enter it now. Our meditation object for the whole of the retreat will be mindfulness of our body. And what mindfulness of body means, it means remembering the experience of your body now. Yeah. The Pali word for mindfulness is sati, and sati literally means memory or to remember. It's working with your short-term memory. That short-term memory of remembering what's happening now. I put that glass down beside me and I can remember that it's there. I keep it in mind. Hold it in mind. If you bring awareness to your body now, your body has experiences. I can feel coolness. It's early in the morning here, just coming out of the end of winter. I can feel the pressure of my body, hands in my lap, touch of my clothing. To feel this, I don't need to focus my attention in on my body. My attention is on you. But in the background, there's the experience of my body. The remembering of mindfulness is remembering that experience. We remember the experience of our body. And this is a very gentle remembering. Just gently remembering what your body is doing now. It's just sitting. It doesn't matter what the experience of your body is. It can be remembered. You can remain aware of it. Now, the trick to being mindful of our body, or of your body, to create it as a meditation object, is to relax. Now, if anyone invites you to relax, that's a good thing, isn't it? Paul is at work and say, Paula, you don't have to work so hard. You can just sit back and you can relax. But relaxation isn't something that we do. If you consider right now, the natural state of your body is relaxed. It is. If I was unconscious right now, my body would be floppy and relaxed. Now, there's some things that cause my body to tighten up. Gravity or injuries in my body, it will tighten. Actually, that injury tighten would probably go away if I was unconscious. Yeah. And so would gravity because I'd be laying on the floor. But our body naturally relaxes. Most of the tensions and tightnesses and experiences we have in our body are actually mental. They're mind created. And we see this as we develop samatha, that's relaxation, calm, tranquility in the meditation. The experiences of your body will become less. They'll become simple. They'll become cleaner. They'll become less disturbed. Your body will become more comfortable. This is the process of relaxing. So to bring your body to the relaxed state doesn't mean that you're striving to get there. What it means is you learn to calm, to relax that which disturbs. Yeah. The natural state of our mind, though it doesn't feel like that at times, does it, is calm and tranquil. While the body's relaxed, or relaxation is the natural state of the body, calm and tranquility in the natural state of the mind. But it's all the disturbances created by the mind, the craving, the striving, the trying to get to, including in our meditation practice, setting these goals. Oh, I have to reach jhana. Oh, I have to reach access concentration. Oh, I have to get rid of all of these thoughts. All of this just adds energy into, disturbance into your body and your mind. It takes you away from its natural state. Meditation practice is about noticing that which hinders, the hindrances. And so during our meditation, we'll start to understand the meditative hindrances. The first one being the restlessness of stress that we feel in our body as we relax. Yeah. I'd like everyone just to put their eyes slightly out of focus now on the screen. And just allow your shoulders to drop just a little bit. Do it slowly and deliberately. And notice how the awareness of your body increases. And now we'll just take a few slow breaths in our belly just to soften, relax a little bit more into our body. Just bringing your belly slowly out to bring the breath in. And releasing it slowly out. Allow your body to relax with that out breath. Now, as your body relaxes, gravity will start to pull down. And you might start to notice, oh, I've got tensions in my face and my forehead, tension in my jaw, tension in my arms or my chest, my back. You don't need to do anything with these tightnesses and tensions. They are as they are, just let them be there. Just as notice if you get out of the way, you take a few breaths, you soften, relax. Then you release your breathing. You can just allow your body to be there. You become more aware of your body. As I relax, I can feel my clothing resting on my body. I'm becoming more sensitive to it. Also notice sounds. I notice thoughts come up within my mind. So this becomes the relaxation of your body. The increased awareness of your body in MIDL becomes your viewing platform from which you can observe your mind. Relaxation of the body goes very deep. Relaxation will deepen, become calm, and your body will also become very tranquil, still. But you can't make this happen. It develops by finding enjoyment in relaxing and letting go, in relaxing your body, relaxing your mind, letting go of thoughts, of fantasies, of views, opinions, releasing things. So as you relax, or as your body relaxes, just notice anything that disturbs that relaxation. If you feel restless and feel like fidgeting and moving around, be curious about it. Allow that restlessness to be there. And just allow your body to relax. Allow your body to burn up its own energy. Your mind gets caught up in thoughts. Perfect. That's what minds do. Dogs bark. Minds talk. Minds think. Allow your mind to think. But when you notice that you get distracted by your thinking, smile and then relax back into your body again with a few gentle breaths. Letting the mind take care of the thoughts. They're none of your business. You don't have to do anything with them. It's your interest in them that keeps them there. It's your interest in your thoughts, in your memories, in your fantasies that keeps your mind bringing them up again and again. Like having a glass of muddy water. Every time you poke at a thought is like putting your hand in the glass and stirring up the sediment in the glass. Let your body sit and rest and allow your mind to rest in your body and allow the sediment to settle at its own pace to the bottom of the glass so it becomes clear and tranquil and still. This will happen if you get out of the way. If you find you're striving, you're trying to make things happen, this will stir up the sediment. Notice that effort to try to strive, and what do? Just take a few softening breaths from your belly and relax, let it go, let it be, and allow awareness to return. Relaxation of your body. And I like to just smile and just enjoy that relaxing, that letting go. And gradually you'll have a meditation path that unfolds. You have the development of samatha, relaxation and calm that goes very deep, goes all the way to jhana, to absorption, wholesome absorption. And then you have curiosity, you develop insight, vipassana insight, into anything that disturbs that relaxation and calm. Very simple formula. So relaxation and calm in your body, you do with care, with love, with kindness. This is the kusala, wholesome, skillful. Letting go is always skillful. Giving up is always skillful. Yeah. And that which disturbs this, that which speeds up the mind, speeds up the body, they are hindrances. And we'll talk about them more in the retreat. And they tend to go towards between the extremes of dullness and restlessness. Yeah. Yeah. And as we look in them, we'll understand how to skillfully work with them. And in the next Dharma talk, which will be tonight in Australia and tomorrow morning for those on the other side of the world, we'll start to look into this formula and how to work with those hindrances and really how to develop this mindfulness of your body. So in your meditation, I'd like you just to sit down, be curious about what it means to relax and find enjoyment in it. And be curious about anything that disturbs it and how to release that to come back. Yeah. It's as simple as that. Through this, you will start to develop samatha, relaxation and calm. You'll start to develop insight into hindrances and also into samatha. And you'll also start to develop insight into your sila, your morality. One that leads to an understanding that a gradual refining of that morality is also aligned with the refining of a momentum of letting go, which is the momentum of our practice. And we'll definitely unpack this during the retreat. So what I'd like us to do now can go off and we'll have say a 10-minute break. You have a bathroom break and some water and have a bit of a stretch. And then what I'll do is I'm going to do a demonstration of meditation postures, of how to do the seated meditation, walking meditation. Yeah. And also mindfulness of everything in between in daily activities and so on. So we'll do that and then we'll have a shared walking meditation together and shared seated meditation. And I realize in Europe that it's getting very late at the moment. So if you need to go off for the night, thank you so much for sharing. This will be recorded and put up in the retreat library section, the library section of the MIDL website for everyone to view. I'll do it in 2 separate videos. I'll end this one and I'll start it when I do the demonstration. So you'll be able to see that and catch up on that. So good night. So thank you, everyone. We're nearly on the hour, so let's just take it to the hour. So if we come back at 10 past, and then we can meet again. If you would like some instructions, we can go through that, and then we'll share a walking meditation and seated meditation together. Nice thing to do. Wonderful. I'll see you all soon. Thank you so much.